everyone, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on ISTQB Advance Test Analyst. We are in Chapter 3, 3.2, Specification Based Techniques. Further, we are looking at the next technique in this particular chapter, which is the cause-effect graphing. Let me quickly tell you, this is a new technique which you will be understanding in the advanced level. Followed, you also have this topic in K2. That means you won't have any kind of calculation involved in this in the part of in terms of examination. So all you need to know is the theoretical aspect of this particular technique and how it is applied and what are the steps involved in applying the same. If you look into the cause-effect graphing, it's basically a graph which is created with relation of causes which can cause a particular effect. So we generally try to find out by creating a graph, a simple graph, which I'll be showing you in no time after this, that what exactly would be the possible causes which can generally come to a common effect. And we just try to divert or create such outputs using a simple graphical representation. But as a part of it, the important aspect to remember is the second point here. Like when you talk about preparing a cause-effect graph, what does it basically consider or cover all about? So cause-effect graph shows conditions combination that cause results. So one thing is causality, which we will be worried about. Followed that, we have three gates, which we know already from the truth table or booleans, that we have not and an OR gate. And of course, there might be two conditions which could cause a common effect. Not, that means a particular input converts that into inverse output, and OR, that means either of these two conditions if existed, then this effect will take place. A very simple example to understand this is, for example, you have two inputs provided to cause a particular output. For example, if there is a step taken by a user, then this will result into successful application. If not, then there will be another output for that. What if a user uses another way to log in into the system? Maybe you can use Facebook or Google or maybe your LinkedIn account to log into certain applications. So that's where we look at the OR gate, where we say that you can use either of these accounts to log in inside some of the bloggers or other websites. But when it comes to AND gate, it generally means that all the conditions must be met to cause that common effect. So that's where these are the major important aspects which you should remember from the point of cause-effect graphing. So cause-effect graphing obviously would need some time to be prepared, need some additional knowledge to understand the scenario and find the possible causes about the effect, and then put into the graphical representation. So all the constraints, all the causes, and the common effects which could be possibly created should be considered in this. Following that, we have some of the things which need to be worried about is like what circumstances can a cause-effect diagram or graph can be used to identify the possible root causes, the reasons for specific effect, problem, or outcome. This can also be used for defect root cause analysis, where defect can be called as an effect, as well as the causes will be the root causes which can cause this common defect. To relate the interactions of the system among the factors affecting a particular process or effect, it could be possibly about the design as well, or maybe the code which you write. To analyze the existing problem so that the corrective actions can be taken at the earliest. And it's not limited only about the application. You can also talk about your process where you have loopholes or gap analysis being done that can be also useful with terms of cause effect. Benefits, of course, as now you have understood the technique, it will be very easy for you to understand that what could be the possible benefits when you use cause-effect graph or diagram. Benefits include, it helps us to understand the root causes of a problem or quality using a structured approach. It uses an orderly, easy to read format to diagram cause-effect relationships. It indicates possible causes of variation in a process. It identifies areas where data should be collected for further study. It encourages the team participation and utilizes the team knowledge for the process. It increases knowledge of the process by helping everyone to learn more about the factors at work and how they relate the same. So these are some of the contributing benefits of using cause-effect graph. So probably the questions will be either related to these kind of points in the examination. At the last, we would like to have a look on what exactly the cause-effect graph will be, and it's very simple as you can see on your screen right now. This is how you generally create a cause-effect graph, but here we are just looking at individual causes, and there are 4 causes which are causing a common effect. So there could be probability that you can add, AND gate, OR gate, and so on. Now this particular slide is all about telling you these steps involved in preparing a cause-effect diagram. Step 1, identify and define the effect. First of all, what is the outcome? The resultant should be identified. Step 2, fill in the effect boxes, like what are the main causes and all, like draw the spine. So you draw the fishbone structure. Step 3, identify the main causes contributing to the effect being studied. Step 4, for each major branch, identify other specific factors which may be causes of the effect. And step 5, categorize relative causes and provide detailed level of causes. So that basically goes into the summarization of the analysis, which would be outcome of this cause-effect diagram. So that's all from this particular technique, team. I hope that was something interesting and new to you. So if you have any questions related to this, feel free to comment below. I'll be there to assist you beyond this. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep understanding about the context. Thanks for watching the video, team. Happy learning.